secondary school.
Right.
Before doing this, if you do not have a religious degree, what right do you have to deem a religious value not sincere?
Right.
Amen.
Amen.
So, on top of that, conspiracy against rights. If 2 or more persons conspire to injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate any person in any state in the free exercise or enjoyment of any right, they shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both. So, I say we remove the ability to deny a religious right off of the exemption form. And that's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next we have Andrew Mullins, please.
Not much of a public speaker, but Andrew Mullins, 1827 Belleville Road. All right, I'm going to spit some numbers here first. 606, 566, 576, 720, 719, 753, and 595. Those are the number of under 14 deaths for 7 years leading up to 2015 from pneumonia. You know what they have in common? They're all greater than the number of under 17 deaths caused by COVID.
Yep.
That number is 412. Now there are 73 million children under the age of 17 in the United States. That makes it 0.000005% chance for any kind of death to be caused to a child.
Thank you.
Did you know that 70 to 93% of communication is nonverbal?
Yes.
I'm not an expert, but I believe that a majority of that is learned at early ages through socializing with other children.
Correct.
I don't know how they're doing that with masks on. I got 3 kids in these schools, and they deserve to see other kids' faces. I got some data here I may bring up to you guys. I hope you pass it around, look at it. Just all I'm asking, I sent everybody here, or everybody with an email online, I sent everybody an email. I didn't hear back from one of you.
Right.
Never.
I contain this data in there, but I have it here.
All about the kids, aren't they?
Thank you for your time.
All right, Megan North, please.
My name is Megan Wolf. I'm a Miamisburg resident. I don't feel comfortable stating my address when I learned that you guys upload these onto YouTube. First off, I want to make it clear that anything I'm about to say is not directed to you as individuals, but as a school board that makes decisions regarding my children. Second off, I want to make it clear I believe in COVID, and I believe people die. What I do not believe in is that you as educators, not doctors, not who I'm co-parenting with, educators, do not have the right to make any health decisions regarding my child. I do believe that is why at the beginning of each school year, us as parents have to fill out a form stating who to contact if there's an emergency with my child and what steps I want taken with my child in case of an emergency. I have a 5th grader who I pulled from Berg schools at the start of 4th grade year. He was upset that I did because he didn't want his friends. I, as a parent, had to do what I believed was in his best interest. And because I did that, I wasn't going to send him to school to math for 6 hours a day.
Right.
I considered re-enrolling him for his 5th grade year, and which is why I came to your school board meeting in July to ask you about your plans for masks and vaccines. I was specifically told that Berg has no plans on mandating masks unless mandated to do so by the state.
Right. That's what they said.
The state can't do that anymore for a reason. You shouldn't be able to do it for a reason. Right.
Right.
Thank God that I prayed about it, and I followed my gut, and I chose not to re-enroll him. That I did not base my decision on what I'd been told by you guys. The school he attends now is amazing.
We need to move on.
Are my 3 minutes up?
No.
That was somebody's, okay, sorry. The school he attends now is amazing. No mask mandates. He's not being taught to stay distant from his friends. He's allowed to be a child. He is taught at home and at the new school he attends he has an immune system that he was given for a reason.
Yes.
Children are going to get sick. That's part of developing their immune system.
Yep.
I am so glad that I was able to make that decision to not re-enroll my child. It's our right to make decisions based on what we believe is in our child's best interest. And mandating your mask for everyone takes that from the right away.
Yep.
It's also doing psychological damage to these children. I'm going to tell you right now, my 5th grader's here, and you guys were talking, and he goes, Mom, I can't tell who's talking, because nobody can see your mouth. Nobody can see your mouth. Nobody can tell who's speaking when you're up here speaking. Nobody. I have friends that have told me their kids are coming home upset and in tears because they don't want to get in trouble at school, but they also don't believe in wearing masks. They don't want to miss their school dances, their activities that they take joy in, and they don't want to get in trouble at school. You, as a school board, are putting those children in that position.
Yep.
One quick fact, and then I'll sit down. 4.2 million kids have tested positive for COVID. 0.008% have died from COVID. The CDC estimates that 480 kids died of the flu in 2018 and 2019 year.
Yep.
That's more that have died from COVID in a year and a half. Where were you guys with your masks? When it was
Yeah.
killing
Thank
you?
you.
Thank you, Megan. And then next we have Nate. I don't have a last name. Nate.
Hello, everybody. My name's Nate. I live in Miamisburg, and that was my wife that just spoke. And this is honestly, this is disheartening, guys. I'm 44 years old, and I talked to you two last week. Us three, it was a great conversation, and I told you then, and I want to tell you again now, how uncomfortable it is for me at 44 years old to see you all hiding your faces.
Yes.
Right.
It's uncomfortable for me. I'm 44 years old. I can't imagine my children. I can't imagine them hiding their faces from each other. It's a world famous doctor. His name's Peter McCullough. You all should look him up. Just recently he spoke in Michigan, and he said, "This is what's going on. It's unbelievable. Doctors are being prevented from treating their patients. Personal family doctors. People are having problems getting prescriptions filled at the pharmacies." He said people's eyes are being fogged over. This was his words. People's eyes are being fogged over. And more importantly, their hearts are being hardened. Their hearts are being hardened. And in the blank faces, I'm wondering, is that my children's school board? Is that who I'm dealing with? I've known you for a long time. This is absolutely insane. The PCR tests are an absolute fraud. They're envious. I've got so much information that I've written down, but this is all public. This is all public knowledge. You all can find this out very simply. There's thousands of doctors that are pleading with the world right now. Thousands of doctors pleading with the world right now. The masks do not work. It's proven. They do not work. There's more than a dozen studies disregarding the COVID. They do not work. They do not work. I'm sorry. I love you all. I want you all to know I do. I pray for all of you. I pray for everybody here. I pray for this community. I seriously say that with grace, because I get it. This has been really hard on everybody. I get it.
Amen.
We've been lied to. We're being lied to. And we need to be able to want to find the truth. We have to admit to ourselves that we've been lied to. It's a hard pill to swallow. I had to swallow that pill a long time ago, way before COVID. And they called me a conspiracy theorist because I realized that 9/11 didn't happen the way that the official narrative is. You know what else I found out? Is that COVID is not the official narrative that we're being taught. That we're being told by the media, by Anthony Fauci. Oh my gosh, these people deserve to be probably hung in the gallows. I don't understand why they're taking advice from these people.
You're getting paid to.
I seriously, I pray for you all. I pray for you all, and I pray for this community. I hope you guys will do the right thing, please.
There's no money to be made in good health.
Jason Burnett. Is Jason Burnett here still? They're getting paid to lie to you. Is Jason Burnett here? Hi, Jason.
Be nice to see your face. I'm Jason Burnett. I do live in Miamisburg. I'm not going to give my address because you don't edit it on YouTube. I'm going to defer my time to Sarah Hoffmeister, but I would like to say her son, and I'm involved in his life, is a healthy kid. He went to your school without a mask. You sent him home. You're supposed to be teaching this kid.
Right.
You're teaching him to be scared, to be healthy.
Yep. Right.
Are you kidding me? These kids aren't wearing these masks right. Ma'am, I'm not picking on you, but you've touched your mask like 7 times.
Absolutely.
I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying. So with that, that's all I really got to say, and I'd like to defer my time.
Thank you.
My name is Sarah Hoffmeister. I actually was coming here to talk to you about a vape video because I got to watch your presentation. I didn't meet one person that had actually watched the video. I will tell you all, it is a really great how-to if you're a smoker and you would like to quit smoking and use vaping. It's a wonderful how-to. It also is a wonderful how-to on vaping marijuana, and actually not just vaping it, but heating it, using it in what they define as a frig, unnecessary information. So all of your information and specs on what is vaping, the details, how to make vape, all the things, they're correct. But your science is wrong. Your science isn't backed by data, it's not supported by facts. The Royal Board of Physicians says that vaping is 95% safer than smoking. We don't want kids to vape, but we don't want to lie to them either. You're calling nicotine a brain poison. We had to answer the question that we know nicotine is addictive because it has withdrawal symptoms. That is not scientifically true. It is considered dependent forming, right? Just like caffeine, not addictive. That is a different scientific definition, and I encourage you to look it up. The video is atrocious, right? Now I'm here to talk about masks, and so that's really why he deferred his time, so I can at least address the vaping stuff. It needs to be dealt with. That video is terrible. It's terrible. In terms of masks. So I went to your schools, right? And we were taught to, you cough in your elbow, right? My son, the whole time in your schools, cough in your elbow. And now, you taught him, hey, cough in your elbow, and now we're going to elbow bump each other. So, again, not based on science. The other thing is your masks don't work if you don't have supporting controls in place, okay? If you don't have the air filtration system in place in the building, the masks are more dangerous than they are helpful, right? Also, we have this thing, children have this thing called an innate immune system, right, where they can detect anything, it can fight anything. The reason the elderly population is so susceptible is because that innate immune system is gone. Gonzo, it doesn't exist anymore, okay? You are left with only what you have developed immunity to for what you've been exposed to in your life. Right. Well, guess what? The vaccine is leaking. What we call that is it's a poor neutralizing vaccine, right? That means that the variant can get stronger and stronger and stronger. So that's what's happening, okay? Our kids, though, they have a really great immune system. They can develop immunity to it, and half of them, at least half of them, already have immunity, which we're completely ignoring and stuffing them in a mask. Okay? RSV is rampant. It is what, double, triple? I think they said it was triple what it was 3 years ago when it was.
Children's Hospital right now, it's RSV.
Thank you. Triple what it was 3 years ago when it was incredibly deadly. It is way more dangerous to children than COVID-19. Okay? But we need to expose our children to bacteria and viruses to build their immune system. Right? Their immune system. Those are actually considered immune system priming illnesses. That is why they are not deadly for children, but they can be for adults. Right? It also helps reduce your risk of cancer later in life. Chickenpox, you get that, reduces your risk of brain cancer by 16%. Okay? There's a reason that we have an immune system. We have to let our children use it, and you're lying to them. My other biggest issue here is that I've spoken to countless people, and I've been told that, oh, this policy comes from up here, comes from over here, comes from the health department. Well, the health department told me that they don't have the authority to issue any mandates or enforce it.
Right.
I talked to city council and they didn't have anything to do with it either. So my question for you still, Laura Blessing, is who is instituting these policies? What? I have not gotten any answers but bold-faced lies from school staff and administrators. Absolutely despicable. Despicable.
It is.
Our children need to be in school to learn. My kid got sent home. He pleaded. I'll sit in the back corner of the classroom. He has mild asthma and fainted twice last year in that mask. We're willing to compromise with you with your ridiculous, nonsensical policies, but you're not. And who gave you the right to disregard religious exemptions?
Oh, no
Now,
kidding.
since I have the time to talk to this doctor that you guys like to send me to, because half the time they don't want to sign forms because you have to approve it. Right. And boards are submitting doctors to the medical board for signing waivers, valid or not. The government, the state of Mississippi, their doctors, they're not allowed to say anything against the narrative or they'll be brought up on charges. So your scientist doctors are being silenced. I encourage you to do your own research like we are. And then try to put together a policy before you implement it. Because you sent my son home and I didn't have the form in time to get it filled out. So he missed a day of school because you were unprepared. Not because he was unprepared, because you were unprepared. No one planned for it.
She told me last week there was no religious exemption.
So I recommend that we probably clarify these policies well before we push them out into the school. And I'm entirely, incredibly offended at the disrespect that the administrators, staff, and board give to parents who are voicing their rights and opinions on behalf of their kids.
Yep.
I expect better of you.
Hello, my name is Garrett Hoffmeister, and I won't be giving my address. I don't know much about the science, I'm not going to lie. But I do know because I'm at these schools. And I was sent home for trying to have an opinion of what I put on my own body. How's that right? How are you guys going to tell me that I have to wear a mask when I haven't been sick once? I haven't been diseased once with this virus. But I'm being sent home for being well. For healthy. I'm being healthy. I'm doing the right thing and standing up. But the schools enforce it, not because we're scared of the virus, because you're making us scared of you and what you guys will do to us. I've got a right to education. I shouldn't be demonized for having an opinion. It's not right. And it's disgusting that you're okay with it.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
I just can't believe my eyes that we're supposed to have this free country, but yet you guys are forcing us to do things that we all have opinions about. If you want to wear a mask, that's fine, but the people that don't shouldn't be forced. No. It's not right. I think almost everyone here would agree with me on that. Is that right?
Yeah.
No? It's difficult going to school, and when you see the people you care about, you can't even see their own smile. Yeah. You can't see them laugh or have a good time because you even take it down for a second. What do you got? Teachers on you about wearing it and just ruining your day. I've had people follow me in the hallways when there's no one around because I don't have it on. Last year they told me that we could go out into the hallway for a break, that we can't breathe with our masks. I go out in the hallway now, I have your teacher's aides following me from one half of the school to the other. How's that right? They follow me in the bathrooms if I have to use the restroom. They follow me from class to class. Wherever I go, it's like a freaking prison and I am never free there.
You guys grow up that way?
No.
I didn't grow up that way.
And if your mask works, then why are you worried about it?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
You have your own fears about Corona, you can go ahead and live with your BS, I really don't care. But for the people that want to have a voice and opinion of what they wear, you have no right to control that.
No.
We should be able to be humans and live. But you're controlling what we do constantly, and it's disgusting to watch.
You're not about the kids, you're about the damn mask.
Yeah.
Yep.
all looking
Commies.
good.
You're nothing but a bunch of commies. Look at you.
We
up
wear
there
it by
with your
force,
mask
not by
on.
fear, and that's awful that you force
Mad.
children
You're a
to
commie.
wear a
Look
mask.
at you. We know
It's
what you are.
abusive.
We know you're a bunch of communists. That's what this is about. Control. This is about control.
Sir, you do not have the floor.
Let's go to Stacy Anderson.
He can take some of my time if I want. I really don't care.
You're a bunch of communists. This isn't about a virus. It's about control. You want to control everything. Guess what? I got news for you. The Stasi comes for you in the end also. Read a book.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. My name's Stacy Anderson. You have my address if you need it. Early on in this pandemic, our governor, our health department, told us that only essential businesses could stay open. We needed to stay home and stay away from our family and friends. It seemed very arbitrary, though, when we found out who was essential and who wasn't. Our students and their education clearly is not essential to the people who are giving you guidance. We are advised by our governor, the ODH, the ODE, only safe way to open schools is to require everyone to wear a mask and other precautions. But all the while, evidence is accumulating that children are not super spreaders of this disease. It's rare for children to experience severe complications. Those who advise us are arbitrary in picking the science that they rely on for their decision making. Schools continue to shut down, bring back remote learning, bring back masking, and it does not work for the majority of our students, and it's a disaster for my children. Our governor, our ODH, our ODE told us we can only be in school safely if we're wearing masks all day. They say to follow the science, but they ignore so many studies that don't support their guidance. A recent study by the CDC found there's no statistical difference in COVID transmission between schools who mandated masks and those with mask optional policies. You can easily find on CDC's own website hundreds of studies that show, among other things, that masks don't stop the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Mask wearing in both adults and children is not harmless and not without adverse effects. The majority of students are not at risk for death or severe disability. Students are not spreading this virus to their teachers, they're not contracting it at school, and they're not taking it home to kill their families. I'd be happy to provide you these links if you'd like them. ODE and ODH are not going to send you those links.
Nope.
What they will provide is guidance based on incomplete facts. They'll tell you you have to wear a mask to protect yourself and others, and I think we can all see in the past year and a half, that's not working. It's not stopping this virus. They'll tell you kids are resilient and adaptable, despite the growing statistics of increases in anxiety, depression, suicide attempts.
Yep.
They will tell you to quarantine healthy people. And where's the statistics that show how many of these people who are quarantined, are they getting sick? If your policy is resulting in healthy people being forced to stay out of school, it's putting an enormous strain on you, dealing with shortage of staff, bus drivers. They give you a quarantine policy that punishes the unmasked and the unvaccinated. And this especially is not backed by science that's readily available that you can find. We know the COVID vaccine doesn't stop someone from getting the virus. It doesn't stop them from spreading the virus. How does it make sense? Quarantine policy is different for vaxxed versus unvaxxed. Both populations spread the virus. You can't count on the governor and the ODE and the ODH to be transparent in their decision making or with the results of their failed policies and their failed guidance. You do not have to comply with their arbitrary quarantine policies. You do not have to comply with their masking guidance. I don't care what our governor says. Our students' education is essential.
Can we pause the time?
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brendan. I have Extreme Cleanout Detailing in downtown Miamisburg. I'm here on behalf of myself and students. I don't have any children in this district, but I pay taxes for the city of Miamisburg. I have been to the FEMA camp. I'm certified in hazmat and bio and CBRN. The only thing that's going to protect you from a bioweapon is not that shit on your face. It's right here. It's about $1,000 bucks. This is a brand new issue, one for the military. Been in for 9 years. I promise you that's not going to protect you. I absolutely promise you. A full mock suit With this on your face will protect you.
Can we pause it? It's only been 40 seconds. Come on, let him finish.
That's all right.
Let him get his 3 minutes.
I just want. Oh, and also the religious exemption. I would love to know Dr. Blessing's religious background.
So would I, since I've been refused. My
Exactly. I would love to know if she even
school.
believes in a God.
Start believing.
Our 30 minutes is up, and we're going to take a 15-minute recess.
Pick up next.